Okay, so this is our game at the moment. We've got the board, we've got the snakes and ladders, the grid, and the players. If we go to our mind map, which we created at the start, we've dealt with all the shortcuts. The grid, we haven't done the movement yet. We know whose turn it is because we've got that variable and the player locations. So really we need to do the dice and movement and the test for victory. And once we've got those, we should have a functional game. And then we can think about making it pretty if we feel like it. Okay, so how are we going to do this? So I'll probably need some type of button to roll the dice. And I'll select a random number 1 to 6. And then it'll move that player. And initially I'm just going to swap between the two players and not worry about getting 6s and getting an extra turn. Okay, so this is the actual gameplay. So down here. Now, how am I going to do this? Well, I really need to create a button and some text to show me what's going on. So let me make a button. How to make a button? Well, if I don't know something, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to Google it. Okay, so I'm going to go P5JS button. So you need to be able to research stuff as well. So it's got the create button. Oh, that sounds really useful. Okay, so it says let button equal create button, set its position, and then we can set a function to run when we click that button. And that all runs in setup. Any other examples? No. Okay, so it's all runs in setup, but I'm going to change it. I'm not actually going to put the function there. I'm going to write a different function somewhere. Okay, so it's create a button. I'll do that in setup. So I'm going to create the dice button. So it's a pretty simple game. So let the dice equal create button. I'm going to say roll the dice. But actually, I might want to get hold of this somewhere else. So actually, I'm going to do let dice. I don't know if I'll need it somewhere else. I'll make it a global variable. Let dice. That'll be the dice. And down here, I'll just go let dice. So I can access this button if I need to. So dice dot position. So the x coordinate is going to be at about 550. And it's going to be at about 550. So it's down. That's probably a bit too far. Make it 510. So roll the dice. And when we roll the dice, we're going to go dice dot. Now, forget what the code said. It said mouse pressed. And then it runs a function. So I'm going to call the function roll dice. And create a new function down the bottom here. Function roll dice. So I'm going to pick a random number. So let roll equal math.random times 6. I'll round that down so I get an integer. That'll give me an integer between 1 and 5. And I'll add 1 to the range, so I get between 1 and 6. For now, I'm just going to console.log the roll. And the reason I'm doing that... Oh, I can't spell. It's got 3 S's. That's what's going on. I can't spell. There we go. And roll the dice. And I'm getting random numbers. Cool. Okay. So what happens when I roll the dice? Well, I need to find the current player and increase their location by that amount. And then I need to change to the other player. Okay, so players, player list, current player, dot location, plus equals whatever the role is. And then current player plus equals 1. So move to the next player. If current player is equal to player list.length, that means I've gone too far, then current player equals 0. Go back to the beginning. So now my players are moving around the board according to wherever they land on the dice. Okay, so can we do better than this? Yes, we can. So what I'm going to do is I just want to keep track of what they got. So I'm going to how am I going to do? I'm actually for now I'm just going to console log the roll, console log.roll, roll, and I'm actually going to check if they got a 6. And if they got a 6, I'm not going to do this. So I want them to have an extra turn. If roll is not equal to 6, they'll get an extra turn. Okay. Rolling a 6 gives an extra turn. So don't change the player. Okay, so I'm going to run this now. Got a 4, a 1, 2, a 1. So pink moved, orange, pink. So when I roll now, pink should move again. And pink does move again. Now it's orange's turn. Okay, so now when they get a 6, they get the extra turn. Okay, so I'm doing well so far. The next thing I need to do, and I went off the end of the board, is probably make sure that they don't go beyond the end. But we'll do that in the next video.